Hello there, Linda here from For Tummies. I hope you're keeping well. Now, I've spent over 30 years helping people resolve their health issues, 32 years actually. In particular, people who have got digestive issues, so anything to do with the esophagus, the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, and the gut. And as you can imagine, I'm contacted every day in, day out, even at weekends, by people who are suffering from one symptom or another. And quite often, I'm contacted by people who have issues with IBSD, and IBSD is where the predominant symptom is diarrhea. So as soon as they eat something, they have to dash off to the loo, and that can be very inconvenient, and they get bloated, gassy, and crampy as well. And so whenever anyone contacts me, whether they've got IBSD or whatever their symptom or symptoms are, I like to know. I like to know what the symptoms are, what they think triggered the symptoms in the first place, what's triggering the symptoms now. I like to know what medication they're taking, and I also, like an idea of what they're eating on a daily basis. And something that crops up quite regularly is fruit, and when people are eating fruit. And so I thought I'd make this little video just to explain that if you have got a sensitive digestive system, a sensitive gut in particular, that does produce a lot of uncomfortable bloated gas, then just be wary around fruit. I'm not saying don't eat fruit unless you've got a fructose intolerance, of course. But what a lot of people do, they tend to eat fruit after a meal, so they'll have fruit as a dessert. That's not a good idea. You have to remember that fruit, and this is what I'm eating at the moment, these are black sable grapes, seedless ones, absolutely delicious, full of vitamin C, which is an antioxidant. It's great for the skin, great for collagen production as well. And that's not just collagen here on your skin. I'm talking about your internal organs that require collagen to keep them strong and healthy too. So vitamin C, vitamin K for blood clotting, vitamin B6 for cognitive health, and vitamin A for good vision. So fruit is a great all-rounder. And the darker the fruit, the better. I'm not much of a fan of apples, pears, and bananas, and green grapes, but I tend to go for the darker fruits. So the black grapes, the blueberries, the dark plums, and the cherries. And of course, the darker the fruit, the more phytonutrients, the more vitamins they contain. So back to when you should be eating fruit. Ideally, if you've got a sensitive digestive system, you should be eating fruit before 1 o'clock. You certainly shouldn't be having fruit after a meal, because fruit begins to break down, begins to digest very quickly, and it can create a lot of gas. Now, if you have a meal and then you have fruit afterwards, that fruit is going to be breaking down at a much more rapid rate than the meal that you've just eaten. So the gases from the fruit, from the fructose, are desperately trying to get through your digestive system, and they can't, because that meal is in the way. That meal, depending on what you've been eating, as well, if you've been eating animal protein, it could take several hours to fully digest that meal. And fruit begins to digest and break down within a matter of minutes. So always remember to eat your fruit first, and then have your meal. Otherwise, you'll get lots of crampy gas. You'll probably get bloated, and you'll probably be in a situation where you have to dash off to the loo urgently. And if there isn't a loo in close proximity, it's not very pleasant at all. In fact, it can be very distressing. So that's my little tip for today regarding fruit. Eat it at least 2 portions a day. But if you've got a sensitive digestive system, certainly if you've got IBSD, diarrhea, then try and eat your fruit in the morning, and have it before you have anything else to eat. Hope that helps. Bye bye for now.